The episode starts with Malhar Sarkar angrily going and recalling Gotma Rani Sahib's words. He sees Devi Ahilya, the maids talk of Devi Ahilya and feel bad for her. Malhar Sarkar looks on. The maids leave. Malhar Sarkar does work out and recalls seeing Devi Ahilya crying and doing the work. Gotma Rani Sahib and Dwarka Bai come there. Gotma Rani Sahib asks, "What are you doing? Can you manage this together?" Malhar Sarkar says, "You have no tension on your face. You have kept my respect well. You are keeping everything united." Gotma Rani Sahib says, "Parvati is a nice girl." He says, "There are many such nice boys in Malwa. So shall I get any guy in Yuvraj Khanderao's place? Will you accept?" Dwarka Bai asks, "What are you saying? Yuvraj Khanderao is our only son. How can anyone take his place?" "Calm down and listen first. We did this for Yuvraj Khanderao's happiness." He says, "It's better if you do not say anything in this matter." "I do not say anything in the house matters. It does not mean that I do not understand anything. They are your relatives. It means you did this." She says, "No. Gotma Rani Sahib also wants this. After all, how long would she see her only son upset?" She asks Gotma Rani Sahib to tell Malhar Sarkar how did this happen and why. It happened by her consent. Gotma Rani Sahib says, "You have responsibility of entire Rajya. You would not see everything. I am seeing this since many days. Yuvraj Khanderao is not happy in his married life. I cannot see him alone up and upset." Malhar Sarkar says, "If a disease affects a body part, is it treated or cut off?" Gotma Rani Sahib says, "No. One is separating Devi Ahilya. She will always be Yuvraj Khanderao's wife. No can take her place." Malhar Sarkar says, "If this is the matter, then go and tell Devi Ahilya that you are not doing injustice with her. Can you tell her? You are not able to meet my eyes." Gotma Rani Sahib, "You know, you did not do right. A little 9-year-old girl was brought here. She lives for this Rajya. She prays for everyone. You are giving such reward for her honesty and dedication." Gotma Rani Sahib says, "Sorry, it's not a new thing. If one gets a second wife, even I have accepted your wives." He says, "There is much difference between you and Devi Ahilya. I had married for the Rajya Kalyan. What you are doing? You are punishing Devi Ahilya and satisfying your ego. You failed in molding her. You got hurt, so you have done all this. I did not expect this from you," she cries. Malhar Sarkar says, "I regret this." Dwarka Bai says, "You have said that there is no political reason behind this alliance. It's there. If Gavdek becomes our Samdhi, then you will get the village fort in your control. Your old dream can get fulfilled because of this marriage. I can say this surely." He says, "If this is the matter, then you could have stopped for one day. Why did you rush and fix the alliance behind my back?" He shouts Dwarka Bai. He says, "I am not a fool." He says, "Gotma Rani Sahib, I married others for Rajya, but every time I took your permission. Tell me, because it's your right to know it. I respect you and your right. Do you understand? Did Khande Rao take permission from Devi Ahilya?" Gotma Rani Sahib says it's their personal matter, but Yuvraj Khanderao agreed for the marriage. He gets angered. He asks, "How did he agree? I want to know that. This relation cannot get my consent until I get all my answers. I do not understand how can I face Devi Ahilya, but I have to talk to her." Dwarka Bai says, "You are saying right, but Gotma Rani Sahib has given them a word." Malhar Sarkar says, "This marriage cannot happen without my permission, right?" He goes. Gotma Rani Sahib cries. Harkubai says, "Malhar Sarkar regards you a daughter. He can never let injustice happen with you." Devi Ahilya says, "I will do whatever is right for my family, so my wish will be same." Harkubai says, "I know Devi Ahilya, you never kept yourself ahead of others." Malhar Sarkar also knows this. He understood this before. "There cannot be anyone better than you." Maid comes and says, "We have to get grains for tomorrow's feast." Harkubai says, "I will go. You take some rest in the room." Devi Ahilya goes. Devi Ahilya hears Gotma Rani Sahib crying. Gotma Rani Sahib says, I knew it. Malhar Sarkar will never agree for this marriage. Dwarka Bai says, yes, I have seen his angry avatar after many years, but we cannot lose. Do something. Convince her somehow. You are Malwa's queen. Gotma Rani Sahib says, you know what is Devi Ahilya for Malhar Sarkar? She is his daughter, his student, friend, his pride. I should have understood this, but I was sitting eyes closed. I should have understood this. Devi Ahilya goes. Gunuji makes a plan to get Yuvraj Khanderao killed. He says, Jaising man will handle the work from there. Yuvraj Khanderao would not be involved in the battle task at any cost. Harkubai comes to Devi Ahilya. She says, I spoke to Malhar Sarkar. He is waiting to talk to Yuvraj Khanderao. Then he will talk to you. I told you, he can never let injustice happen with you. Devi Ahilya says, I have to respect the guest. It's my dharma. Parvati says, I know Malhar Sarkar does not like this alliance. So he left in anger. Devi Ahilya comes there and hears her talking to her parents. She says, I was dreaming much. Yasoda says, yes. We hurried in sending the invites. Parvati will get defamed in Malhar Sarkar cancels this marriage. Devi Ahilya says this would not happen. Malhar Sarkar is a god of justice. People regard him so. He would not do injustice with you. Never. She consoles Parvati. She says, I can say this by my experience. We do not know the future, but you will be happy here. You also trust him. Gotma Rani Sahib, Devi Ahilya and Malhar Sarkar stay worried all night. Yuvraj Khanderao comes home. Malhar Sarkar sees him. Devi Ahilya comes out of the room.